Good morning, everybody. My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here in my flat in Rochester, Kent. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. It's Sunday. It's a lot colder now, isn't it, in the morning? I have to put the heating on for a bit to warm the place up, but it's expensive. Good morning. Sunday. We've actually got the sun shining through the window in Rochester. The sun is shining, but it's not summer, so it's still cold. Yeah, so yesterday evening, I took Max out for a walk very quickly because it was a bit cold, and so I can't remember where I left off last night, but I did say that the co-op hadn't put all my items in the order, so I was missing my porridge and my brown rice because I want to start eating healthy. I do have high cholesterol. I am fond of sweets and crisps, but as you get older, it affects your body more. So I'm going to try and get some. I got some kale. I didn't expect to get a big bag of kale. I thought it was just like little bits of leaves and things, but I've got this great big bag of curly kale. So I'm going to have to boil that in a saucepan and cook that with some things. So this is the weather that brings colds and flus, sore throats and coughs and colds. Obviously because I felt like we had a really long summer. It had been warm for so long, and suddenly the temperature drops, and I think that's what starts coughs and colds off and things like that. So I also want to protect myself without these flu jabs and things, so I just want to eat more healthily with my food and that, so we'll try that. The reason I get a hoarse voice is because I suffer from heartburn. I think as the body ages, and for women as well, the digestive system slows down, and basically I get a lot of heartburn. That's why I get a hoarse voice. It's not croaky, it's heartburn. Gives me a bit of hoarse voice in the morning. Yeah, they like to put these fake profiles on TikTok, which are, yeah, to start with, I get upset when someone sends a fake profile on TikTok. It can really upset you, especially when all you're trying to do is help other people and just be real. These people prefer it when everything's fake and you tell lies. But I like to tell the truth. I like to tell people what's going on, my thoughts and feelings. People don't have to agree with it, and I don't force people to watch my videos. I don't say you've got to watch my videos. People watch my videos because they want to. But TikTok especially, I think there's a group of people that just go around going into everybody's TikTok, making fun and leaving nasty messages and being really cruel and horrible. But they wouldn't like it done to them, and that's obvious that they wouldn't like that done to them. So why do they do it to other people? Because it makes them feel better. And we go back to school ground bullying, where the whole class can bully one child. It's nothing more than that to me. A group of people picking on one person and making themselves feel better. And even way back when people committed suicide because of bullying, it's not changed. Obviously in this day and age it's got worse and worse and worse and worse. And also the pressure to fit in with bullies that are doing bad things. So people would rather fit in with a group of bullies than stand up by themselves And that's the way it is, and it's all the way. It's the way it always has been throughout time, since time began. Bullying started. When you get two humans on the planet, you're going to get some negativity. You're going to get some bullying. So it's not just now, in this day and age. It feels worse because of social media. Back in the day when there wasn't social media, people were bullied face to face. Bullies would bully you to your face. You would get them in your face, literally in your face. I don't like you. Hold on, that's the buzzer going. Hello. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Leave it there. Thank you. That's the newspaper guy. He's left my paper in the communal area. Now I've just got to go and get it. I've got to go and get my paper, okay? That's the paper guy. So, what's my cat doing? Messing with my teddy bear. Off. There's a... So guys, I went down to get the newspaper. We've got the Mail on Sunday, which has got Reeves is plotting mansion tax raid on homes. Chancellor Rachel Reeves could hit homeowners with a new mansion tax costing thousands of pounds a year as part of a class war plan being considered for next month's budget. And we've got Sharon Stone on the You magazine. So that was the newspaper guy. The newspaper guy's changed over. We had an old man with his hair in a ponytail. This time it was a young Asian gentleman who left rings the buzzer, and then I go and get the newspaper because it's a lot later than the other guy used to bring my newspaper. He used to bring it sometimes at 4:45 in the morning. So this is a lot better for me. And the guy is a lot more friendly. He's more approachable than the other guy. So that's working out better for me. So, what was I saying before the newspaper guy rang the buzzer? Yeah, bullying. It's you get two people in a room. Eventually, you'll have an argument. Over a long period of time, I mean, there will be arguments. So I've got no plans for today. It looks like it's going to be a nice day though. The sun is out and it won't be warm though. That's what you've got to realise it won't be warm. The sun will be out, but it will still be cold. A lot of people see the sun out, especially in the autumn and winter, and think, oh, it's going to, no, it's cold still. It will be warm when the sun's shining down on you, but it will still be cold, so I still put my coat on. This jumper is nice and warm because it's actually got fleecy bits in it. And I found it cold when I got up this morning. And I put the heater on for a bit and then it gets warm. I went downstairs to get the newspaper. My God, it was chilly. So it's warm in here, but in the corridor and down the stairs, it's freezing. Because it's not heated up inside the building. So it's chilly. It's absolutely chilly. I felt it. Yeah, so I didn't get my porridge, my golden syrup sachets. Never mind. That's fine. And the brown rice I don't need right now. The spinach pasta I was going to cook with some brown rice and some kale, you see, because brown rice is healthy. I looked in a packet of rice I've got and it's full of carbohydrates. Brown rice is better, so I wanted the brown rice. I did get refunded yesterday on Deliveroo. I think they thought I was going to go into the co-op and start ranting, but I don't do that. I don't do that. As long as I got my money back for the items that was missing, that's it. That's fine by me. So it was 3 items in total they didn't have. I don't know why they don't just put out of stock or something, because you end up paying for 7 or 8 items and only getting 3, which is a bit of a pain, but there you go. Last night I said I walked Max and I came back and I was watching YouTube last night, because things are free on YouTube, aren't they? And you can watch a varied amount of things, and there's free films and there's documentaries. Keep you going all night if you've got insomnia. So basically I was watching Liam Payne documentaries and listening to some of his songs. I can't believe it's been a year since Liam Payne has died. It was very sad, that, very, very sad. Because one of my sons used to listen to One Direction, I listened to their songs as well. And that hit me hard, and how people, especially young people in the music industry, can get hooked on drugs to help them cope with everything. And what happened to Liam Payne was tragic and upsetting, and I still listen to his music. He'll never be forgotten. He'll be one of those people that will be remembered, but in a tragic way. That's what I was doing last night. When the noise becomes unbearable upstairs, which it still does, I just pretend it's not going on in my head, and it's very difficult to do. Very difficult. But what I'm dealing with is coordinated harassment. So one of them will start off, then another one will go off, and then you'll have 3 or 4 at you at the same time, harassing. And it started in the morning when I uploaded a TikTok video. It's stemming from TikTok, somebody that's going into TikTok, and then they're spreading it about. So I uploaded a video, and what anyone says about me, I just remove it. They can't comment, because I don't allow comments. So they're coming up with the thing of putting fake profiles on with derogatory names on them. And I make myself laugh and say, well, that's their profile. They're calling themselves that. And they're just adding to your subscribers. But when it's absolutely vile and disgusting and hateful, I don't want other people to read that shit. I don't want them to read that crap. If it upsets me, it can upset somebody else. So I remove it and I report it. And if TikTok comes back and says, oh, there's nothing wrong, well, that there is when it's homophobic. There is something wrong with that. It is hateful. It is hateful. And anyway, I'm not croaky. I've got a sore throat. It's not because I've got a croaky old voice. I've got a sore throat right now. So I will tell you what they said. Croaky old hag fag. Hag fag. Sounds like a bitch, doesn't it? Croaky old fag hag. What's the fag? I don't know where it's coming from. This person is homophobic. They're obviously hateful and spiteful, and they need sorting out in a professional way, if you know what I mean. You don't go around saying things like that if you're normal. They're obviously mentally twisted, because anyone normal wouldn't do things like that. Certainly wouldn't. I don't want that on my TikTok, but it was done the day before yesterday. I didn't realise it was on there, and hence there was a performance outside yesterday where I live, a performance. People putting coats over their heads, hoods over their heads. I didn't know that was on my TikTok until I got home from a morning walk yesterday with my dog. I've since removed it, blocked them, and no doubt they'll do it again with other derogatory fake profiles. You can't stop it, but you can remove it off your platform and report them. And obviously if it's homophobic hate crime, it's reported to the police, which it was. And everyone, Charlie, my AI buddy, said to me, do it over a span of a week and then send a lot of them to the police, not just one. But that was particularly hateful and made me feel sick that somebody actually could write that filth. They aren't normal. There's something wrong with them. So I'm just going through my phone this morning. So I'm just texting somebody back. So, yeah, still this spiteful crap's going on TikTok. I try to ignore it, get on with my life. If it's homophobic and spiteful, I'm not only doing it for myself, I'm doing it for other people. If there's someone that's homophobic, racist and spiteful, they need to be stopped. Because some people are not as strong as I am. I've been going through this for years, since I went to school. My first day at school I was bullied, believe it or not, just for smiling at someone and saying, just for smiling at somebody, I was bullied the first day of my school. Just for smiling at somebody. What are you smiling at? You're not allowed to be happy in this world. You've got to be a miserable old sod. That's what I think with some people. They don't like you smiling at them. You don't like you being friendly. So that's how I learned to, you know, I'm a naturally friendly, happy person. But when I was a kid, it was taken out of me by bullying. But I still get up in the morning, smile and do my videos. It's not going to stop. If that's what they want, they're not going to get it. Excuse me again. I can't judge their voice. I don't know what they sound like. I don't know what they look like, because they don't want to be judged. They want to judge me, because they wouldn't want me to cast judgment on them, because they wouldn't like it. Because most bullies and cowards don't. That's what they are. They're not people you respect and want to be friends with. They're people you hate and distrust and wouldn't want to know anyway. And they know that. And they know they can't pull the wool over my eyes, push me about anymore. That's why they've turned nasty and spiteful. Because they're ugly inside. They might be beautiful outside in their opinion, but somebody that's as spiteful as that is ugly inside. I wouldn't want to know somebody like that. If they had the looks of a model, I wouldn't want to know somebody as spiteful as that. So that's that. As I said, I got up yesterday. I put a TikTok video on. One of the neighbours rang my buzzer just to get into the building. Just to get inside the building, they rang my buzzer. I didn't go out because I just let them in. I didn't go outside and speak to them. I just let them in and carried on with what I was doing, logged the time, and it was just after the TikTok video I'd uploaded. And then the bullying started after that. So one of the neighbours rang my buzzer, and then I got a whole load of bullying, which is all logged and dated in case I need to give it to the housing and the police. That's when it started, all day long. Harassment. And then I went down to the bin store, didn't I? And it's TikTok again, it stems from, thinking I'm hungry and wandering around with food. They wander around with food, tell me what they're eating, send me pictures of plates of food. Went into the bin store, there's dirty ribs and sauce on the floor, which obviously meat goes off. It's like when we die, you know, you don't leave a dead body on the floor, it rots. So that's going to get maggots in it. Maggots, flies, insects, and start smelling rotten. And I don't know what these people live like if they just drop their food on the floor, which is disgusting. The first thing you're going to get is mice. Hyde Housing should be doing inspections once a week in this place. They should be doing, I've reported it enough, they should be inspecting the bin store once a week. There's cameras in the building and they need to go down the cameras and find out who's doing it. But they're too lazy and they're money orientated. They're just after money. They get your rent and fuck it. They don't bother about anything else. Hyde Housing is notorious for not dealing with antisocial behaviour. It's got bad reviews. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1959, the first ever pictures of the moon's far side were published. 8 major features of the moon were identified in the pictures. They were not, however, able to prove beyond any doubt that it isn't made of cheese.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Sunday the 26th of October.
Alexa, what's the time?
The time is 8:34 a.m.
Alexa, what's the weather like in Rochester, England?
Currently, in Rochester, England, it's 5 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect clouds and showers, with a high of 11 degrees and a low of 5 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire? Frostbite.
Alexa, how many days to Halloween?
5 more days to Halloween.
Why not ask me for a spooky poem?
Alexa, tell me a spooky poem.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood.
And Alexa, where did that poem come from? Alexa, where did your poem come from?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Well, I'll tell you where that poem come from. Michael Jackson's Thriller. Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 26th of October include Keith Urban, Hillary Clinton, Sujith, Seth MacFarlane, and Mohammad Reza Pahlavi.
Right, guys. It also starts in the morning, usually with a call from my mother, with some kind of funny, sarcastic comment. So we're not answering the phone today. I will, however, read her voicemail message in case something's wrong and she needs some help. But I am not having a discussion with somebody that just wants to cause and stir trouble because he's upstairs with his kids. And that's exactly what happened last night. She rang last night. The stomping and the running started. And I just watched a Liam Payne documentary, listened to some music and ignored it. However, it's still being noted down in my log and noise nuisance entry diary, even if if it looks like they've won and they're running around and doing what they like. No, it's still being logged. And I know the only solution to stop the noise is to get out of this flat. I do know that, and I'm still doing that as well. I will not give in to bullies. I will not give in and act in a way that is not me. I'm not an old hag. I'm middle-aged and I'm rough around the edges, but I would not call myself an old hag. The person who's doing this is homophobic. They don't like anything to do with homosexuals. But why that's got anything to do with me when I live by myself? I don't live with a male or a female. I live on my own. I don't really speak to anybody after what I've been through because I find it hard to trust. So I'd like to meet this homophobic person and put them straight. And the racism. Whoever's doing it, you're not funny, you're sick in the head, and you might be making money out of it, right? But when it's exposed, your people are going to be so fucking angry. So hide behind your fake profiles for now, but you will be exposed. I'm going to make sure of it. See you later.